In darts, training is everything. The more you train, the better you get. But if you have a training partner, it's even better. It's more fun, and you improve faster. Now, imagine if that training partner was your father. In this video, we'll explore some of the most interesting father-son pairs who have competed as professionals over the years. We will also judge whether stylistically, there are similarities between the fathers and sons throw. Let's start with the Richardson family. James and Joshua Richardson. James has been a familiar name on the PDC circuit for many years. While he hasn't captured any major titles, he has twice earned a PDC tour card and consistently competed at a high level. His most memorable moment may be his stunning victory over Raymond van Barneveld at the PDC World Championship in 2012. Joshua Richardson, James's 26-year-old son, is following closely in his father's footsteps. Joshua earned his PDC tour card in 2024 and is steadily gaining experience on the professional circuit. Both James and Joshua have competed in the Modus Super Series, where an unforgettable moment occurred. During a head-to-head match, James hit a perfect 9-darter against his son. A moment of brilliance and a rare family duel that will be remembered for years to come. Let's quickly analyze the Richardson family's throw. We can say that there is a certain similarity between the two. If we look at the individual elements of the throw, there are obviously differences, but if we just take a quick look, they are not that different. Let's head down under to talk about the Whitlock family. Simon and Mason Whitlock. Simon, often called the Wizard, is one of the most iconic players in darts. He's been a PDC regular for over a decade, with his career highlight being his victory at the 2012 European Championship. Simon has also reached multiple finals in major tournaments, cementing his legacy as one of the sport's icon. Mason Whitlock, Simon's 20-year-old son, is just beginning to make his mark. While not yet a professional, Mason is working his way up through the PDC Development Tour and the Modus Super Series. He has already shown flashes of talent, and many are eager to see if he can follow in his father's footsteps and make it to the PDC circuit. One thing is for sure, the Whitlock family has plenty of magic to offer the darts world. Let's take a quick look at the throwing style. If we do not dwell on the details, we can say that they are quite similar. The grip of the darts is totally different, but the throwing rhythm seems to be exactly the same. Now let's dive into the story of the Monk family, Colin and Aaron Monk. Colin Monk made his mark in the world of darts with a stellar victory at the 1996 World Masters, one of the most prestigious tournaments of its era. Competing in both the BDO and later the PDC, Colin also reached 2 semi-finals at the World Championship, showcasing his consistency and skill over the years. Aaron Monk, Colin's 34-year-old son, burst onto the scene by winning the PDC Youth Championship in 2011. Despite this early success, Aaron's career has had its ups and downs. He currently has a PDC tour card, which he has already lost and regained. While he hasn't yet matched his father's success, Aaron has undeniable talent and time on his side to prove himself further. Let's move on to the throwing style. There is something about Aaron that is a little reminiscent of Colin. The fairly central position of the darts, almost in the middle of the face, and the set and pullback phases well delineated. If we dwell on the details, we can see quite a few differences, but the rhythm of the throw is also not that different. Now let's talk about the Harrington family, a name that resonates strongly in the darts world. Rod Harrington was one of the top players in the 1990s. He secured 2 major PDC titles, the World Match Play in 1998 and 1999, and was a consistent contender on the circuit. Beyond his playing career, Rod became a respected commentator and analyst. His son, Ryan Harrington, now 34 years old, earned his PDC tour card in 2018. Unfortunately, after losing it, he hasn't managed to regain it. While Ryan hasn't yet achieved any success in the PDC, he continues to compete on the Challenge Tour and in the Modus Super Series. Emulating his father's remarkable career will be a tough challenge, but Ryan is still young and has time to make his mark. Let's take a look at throwing style. As in the previous cases, we can say that Ryan's style does not deviate much from that of his father. It must be said, however, that there is a big difference in rhythm. Ryan's clip here is slowed down for comparison, but his action is much faster than that of his father Rod. Let's shift our focus back to Australia and talk about the Smith family, Raymond and Kai Smith. Raymond, often nicknamed the Guru, is a well-known figure in darts, particularly for his performances in the PDC World Championship. He first gained attention in 2018 and truly made his mark in 2022 when he reached the last 16 of the tournament. Raymond also won the second Modus Super Series. He has proven himself to be a solid and consistent player on the international stage. Following in his father's footsteps, Kai Smith, 22 years old, is a young talent with plenty of potential. Kai gained recognition for his appearance in the PDC World Championship in 2022, making him and his father one of the few father-son duos to compete at such a high level. At the moment, he is still only playing in Australia, not trying to make the jump to PDC. Let's see if he will do it in the future. Surely the talent is there. Let's analyze the throw for the last time. In my opinion, here we are faced with the clearest similarity. Excluding the fact that Kai throws with his left hand and Raymond with his right, the movement is really very similar. From the slowed down clip you can't tell, but Kai is a little faster in his execution than his father. At the end of the video, we make a quick mention of two other father-son pairs. The first is Bobby and Richie George. Bobby George, a true darts legend, two-time world championship runner-up, and a dazzling character of the darts world. His son Richie, although talented, has had a very short career, with the only highlight being the 2013 semifinal at the BDO World Championship. The other couple is Steve and John Brown. Steve has had a discreet career in PDC, has as his best result a quarterfinal at the World Match Play, and is widely respected for his contributions to the sport, including founding the Junior Darts Corporation, JDC, to support the development of young players. His son, John Brown, is an up-and-coming talent, is trying to follow in his father's footsteps by playing the Development Tour and the Modus Super Series. Personally, I was struck by how the shooting of sons resembles that of fathers. I imagined there were influences, but I expected at least one to have a totally different style. But instead, the similarities were really marked. Thanks for watching the video. Write in the comments which is your favorite father-son pair.